going in January trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here. Two teams trying to finish strong before they turn the calendar. And on the flight home, I'll be finalizing my resolution list as well.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Niners march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall...
Oh, Hal loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. That's taken on the 25. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Purdy now to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. Flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. $21-0 our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now Howell.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
And Howell will throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 2. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Jennings. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Down at the 25.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Oh, he shifts past him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point try now for Moody.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Howell down to throw it. Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now Purdy.
Flushed out right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brock Purdy
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
It's Howe with another throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 26.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 21 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey,
49 yards.
And the Niners just continue to roll.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might. Wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.